Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Short, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5.
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it through to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube channel. And if you're watching us from our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, listen, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it. That'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. You want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One hand. Actually, it was one handle. Until we got some damn hackers. So on Facebook, you can find me as Shawn Sierra and a couple numbers. On Twitter, it's ShawnSierra33. But on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, that's one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Listen, I got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So that whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show, and that, my people, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Listen, we have a lot. When I say a lot, I mean a lot to talk about. Wow, oh, wow. Man, this weekend was fun-filled. It was crazy with baseball, with basketball, okay, with hockey. There's so much that went on this week. I can't wait to talk about it. Oh, man, Mr. Southside himself, Sean Wall, in the house. What up? What's up on the house music? Hey, Sean, how you doing, Papa? Thank you for tuning in, sir. I appreciate it. You know, there were quite a few instances this weekend which lended credence. It lended credence to what I have been talking about on multiple sports. Okay? And we're going to talk about all of them. Okay? Sports is fun. Sports is escape. Sports is maddening. If you're a Sox fan, it's very maddening. Okay? I guess if you're a Cub fan, it's maddening too. But the things that are true, there's certain things in sports, as in life, are true. They're tried and true. And some of our teams did not stick to the things that were tried and true, and it hurt them big time. It hurt them big time. And this further lends credence to, man, I know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay? I know what the hell I'm talking about. Being a player for so long, being a coach for so long, it has really, it gives a different, I have a different perspective, that from a player, that from a coach. And some of the things that my White Sox did this weekend were embarrassing. A lot of the things the Milwaukee Brewers did this weekend were textbook. What happened in one of the in the Elite Eight games? Terrible. What happened in some of the other Elite Eight games? Impressive. So there are quite a few different scenarios that we're going to discuss today. All right? Quite a few different scenarios. Our Bulls are just the Bulls, man. I don't even know what to say about them. I don't even know it's even worth it. You got a whole bunch of expiring contracts, guys who are not going to play, who aren't going to be on this team next season, are playing now. All right, you're trying to lose as many games as possible without tanking. You're tanking without tanking, but you're winning games. I don't even, man. That alone is so damn Bulls. When for years we had said, hey, pick a lane. You're in the middle, right? You're fringe. You're in the play-in game. Trade these people away. Start a rebuild. And build from the bottom up. Acquire as many assets, as many draft selections as possible. Build through the draft. And for years, with Acme, with Arturas Karnisovas and Mark Eversley, even back before them with Garpax. And front offices just didn't want to do it for whatever reason. And we wanted to get younger and more athletic, so we signed Dwayne Wade, we signed Rajon Rondo. Okay, then we finally get rid of those guys. And I'll tell you what, it has been frustrating. Then we finally get DeMar, Zach, in the Jimmy Butler deal. And we try to build around that. That doesn't work. So we're like, okay, trade him. We got Vooch. We traded for Vooch a couple of years ago. And that just didn't work. We're like, nah, just start a rebuild. A lot of people said just go nuclear, start from the bottom, start from scratch, build from the draft. Trade all your assets for draft capital. Trade Zach. Trade DeMar. Trade Vooch. Trade Kobe. Trade even Ayo if you have to. Although I thought Ayo was going to stay and kind of be the one link two or one piece. Well, there they go. They trade Zach. They trade DeMar. Finally trade Vooch. Finally. They trade Kobe. Trade Ayo. They keep Modest and they keep Josh Giddey. And they bring in a whole bunch of guys. They bring in a whole bunch of guys on expiring contracts. So this way they can build from the draft. Matas and Josh Giddey are two pieces that they feel they can build around. Which cool. I'm okay with it. I'm fine. But then now they're winning. Then they're winning games. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't beat Houston. Houston's so much better than you guys, and you beat them. Like, now we honestly need to go over the rest of the year. Over. Let me see. How many more games? There's only like 8 games left. But they got to lose the rest of the games. Here we go. Right now, the Bulls are 29-45. At 60, 74, 8 games left. 8 games left. You need to go 0-8. It needs to go 0-8. And get a high draft pick, a draft slot as possible. There are some good players in this draft. However, most of them are young. And I'm not a big fan of youngsters going to the NBA. There's no time to develop these youngsters. So these youngsters are coming in underdeveloped, physically, emotionally, no basketball IQ, no understanding of defense. And it makes the NBA game suffer. Because you have all these youngsters who are drafted high with multi-million-dollar contracts who get on a court and they suck. And they suck. Why? Because they had no structure. They've had 1 year of college basketball, if that, 1 year of college basketball, where the fundamentals I can almost guarantee were not stressed. And even so, 1 year is not enough. You're coming from high school, you come from AAU squads where the fundamentals definitely aren't instilled. So you get these kids who are the best players in high school on their team, so they're catered to. AAU, they're one of the best guys on the team, so they're catered to. They don't play defense. They go to college. They don't really play much defense in college. You get drafted in the NBA, and then you're wondering why all these guys are busts. Multi-million-dollar busts. And I told you, I have a solution for that now. I have a solution for it, and it makes perfect sense. And you can't come at me with, I need to take care of mama. I need to buy my mom a new house. You can't come at me with that. There was a situation yesterday. Where lack of situational awareness lack of coaching cost the team a game and a trip to the Final Four. And this is why you see so many teams, so many mid-major teams who upset the Blue Bloods, the team with the 3 or 4 or 5 phenomenal freshmen. You see these mid-majors upset these teams because they have good guard play, because they've been in situations 2, maybe 3 or 4 years. Maybe this is their second or third or fourth year in that situation, in tough elimination games. The Connecticut game yesterday. Let's watch this.
Got to cut and run through the ball, and who better than this guy?
Get it into Boozer, back for Sarr, ahead, Boozer, that ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds, Mullins tosses it up. Ah! It's good! We're point 3! UConn goes in front!
Those clips courtesy of CBS. So here's the issue. This is why kids don't need to come out after 1 year. This is why kids should stay 3 years in college. God forbid you have to study. Oh my gosh. But here's the scenario. It's the end of the game. They made a basket. You're down or you're up. Okay. Duke was up 2. There were under 10 seconds left when they were taking the ball out of bounds. So now if you know, here's what you know. We all know there's a 10-second rule. You got 10 seconds to get the ball across half court. Okay? But there are 10 seconds left in the game, which means you don't have to get the ball across half court. Okay? Here's where coaching. Someone pretty wise once said coaching matters. Here's where John Shire and the assistant coaches need to say, hey, listen, get the ball in. Let's get it to our good free throw shooter and let him hold it or dribble it out. You do not have to get the ball across half court. There are not 10 seconds left in the game. So to get it to one Boozer, get it to the other, and the other tries to get it across half court because that's what they're trained to do. But this is where coaching comes in. This is where situational awareness comes in. If you've been in big games before, this could be an issue. This could be familiar to you. Juniors and seniors be like, hey, we got less than 10 seconds. We don't even need to get it across. The players will tell you. But when you have young players, that can go by the wayside. AC Adam checking in. What's up, Baba? How are you? He says, bear down. He's like, heartbreaking stuff with Duke, broski. That's coaching, bro. That's coaching. That's coaching and situational awareness. Low basketball IQ. Low basketball IQ. But this is what you get when you deal with freshmen. The commish in the house. Yo, Shawn, what's good? Man, the Final Four was awesome. I'm so happy my AZ Cats made it back. AZ's good. They have as good a shot as anybody. They got as good a shot as anybody. But take a look at it one more time.
Got to cut and run through the ball, and who better than this guy?
Get it into Boozer, back for Sarr, ahead, Boozer, that ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds, Mullins tosses it up. Ah! It's good! We're point 3! UConn goes in front!
Again, those clips courtesy of CBS. That at that particular point, coaches need to tell you, because they came out of a timeout, and he was able to run the baseline. Coaches need to tell you, there's less than 10 seconds. We do not need to get the ball across half court. Get the ball into one of our best free throw shooters. Get them the ball. Let them dribble it out. Let them get fouled. Coaches need to tell, so that's on John Shire and his assistant coaches. But also when you're dealing with youngsters who have not been in this situation, they're not going to think like that. Because the first thing is, as a basketball player, get it across half court. We got 10 seconds. Get it across half court. But in that particular situation, you didn't need it to cross half court. And that's where coaching comes in. So I told you, my thought is this. Keep college players in for 3 years. 1 transfer portal. Otherwise, if it's a second time, you have to sit out. Unless your coach leaves, then you can jump again. Because what was the reason everyone was jumping? I got to help. I got to take care of moms. I got to take care of the family. I got to do this. Well, guess what? That's not a need anymore. All right, you're getting NIL money. You can help the fam with the NIL money that you're getting. Especially if you're a top man. I guarantee you most of those guys are getting over 6 figures. Guarantee. So if you can't help the family with 6 figures, I don't know what to tell you. But they forces kids to stay in school for 3 years. It most likely forces kids to stay at the same school. And you get taught fundamentals. Now coaches know, all right, I got this guy for probably 3 years. Worst case scenario, I get a transfer come in. I still have this guy for 2 years or a year. But now I can instill the fundamentals in these kids. You make them stay for 3 years. You get a higher basketball IQ. You get in the off-season weightlifting program. Because look at Keaton Wagner from Illinois. He's probably going to go mid-first round. The kid looks like he's 12 years old. Is he ready for the NBA? Nope. You're going to go up against guards who are 6'4", 6'5", who've been in the NBA, been in a weight room for the last 6-7 years, and you think you got a good shot? You're going up against grown-ass men, and you're 19 years old? Now, there are the outliers. But Keaton Wagner is not going to be one of the outliers. Well, that's what I said, Shawn. That's exactly what I said. They get their NIL money. They can, if you can't take care of your family with the 6 figures you're getting NIL money, I don't know what to tell you. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is in the house. My man Junior. Hope you had a good weekend, bro. We had a good weekend. Hopefully a pain-free weekend. So when you get guys who stay in college at least 3 years, the college game gets better. Because the continuity, the rosters will stay the same for the most part. All right, get a transfer here and there, but the core is going to be the same. And they understand what's expected from the coach. Understands, has related to this core, what he wants. So they're all the same page. And for him to have him for 3 years, defense is going to get taught. Being in the passing lane, drop defenses, everything you can imagine is going to be taught in 3 years. You're going to end up in various situations, difficult situations throughout games in 3 years. Whether it's a regular season game, whether it's your conference tournament, or whether it's the NCAA tournament, you're going to experience some hardships, tough situations that you got to come through and you got to deal with. But that was a coaching faux pas yesterday for Duke. That was a coaching faux pas. I don't know what to tell you. But that lends credence to why I keep these kids in school. 3 years. So don't give me that, if they can go fight for your country, they can go make money. You're making money already. This is an NBA thing. NBA needs to say, you know what, kids, who go to college, we're not taking kids until 3 years after high school. And if you get foreign kids to say, we're not taking kids till they're 21. Because now even these kids they're probably overseas playing professionally, which is fine. But now you get quality games, intense situations that you have to deal with. So nothing less than 21 years old. You can even go 20, but 21 years old. It makes the college game better. It makes the NBA game better. It raises the floor of the NBA because now these kids coming in are bigger, stronger, more explosive, had a higher basketball IQ, have been through the probably 2 or 3 NCAA tournaments in addition to their conference tournaments. You're getting a more well-rounded and well-developed young man coming into the NBA, which raises the floor of the NBA. And it also raises the ceiling because now, how many of these guys who have been coached, the development can come, they can tweak what they're doing because there's not a lot of time for development, which is why you see some of these youngsters, it takes them 4, 5, 6, 7 years. So time for development in the NBA. You're flying around. Once the season starts, it's here. Then it's New York. Then it's Miami. Then it's Philly. Then it's DC. Then it's Houston. Then it's Chicago. Then it's Portland. Then it's LA. Then it's Utah. You get a day. I mean, no. Fundamentals are not being instilled into these young players. It'll make the college game better. It'll make the NBA game better. I mean, look at Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey just got he just got a $100 million contract. He's what, 22, 23? That was his second contract. At 23, and he's not even in his prime yet. He's not even in his prime. So when this 4-year deal with the Bulls is over, he got a 4 for $100. He'll be in his prime at that particular point. But listen, we got to take a break. I got to get the warden off the CrossFit. On the other side of the break, we are going to get right to our top of the morning topics. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brymere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
Do you know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know, though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Bregman, then Happ, then PCA. 2-2. In the air, out towards center field. Young is back at the track, at the wall. And the first Breggy bomb for Alex here at home. And somewhere around here, Knox is going crazy.
Must be the shoes.
Happ lifts that in the air. Left field. That's back. That's gone. Into the basket. Back to back. Bregman and Happ. And it's a one-run game. And Wrigley has come to life.
Welcome back to Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those tips courtesy of the Marquee Network. Those were the Cubs yesterday at the friendly confines. Had a rough one, a rough weekend for the boys, for the Northsiders. But let's get a crack-a-lack, maybe. You know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's go. Let's check it out. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? How about we start there with your Peoples Junior Cubs. Yesterday over at Wrigley, the Cubs fall to the Washington Nationals 6-3. Shota Imanaga, he gets the loss. He's 0-1 on the season. In 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 punch-outs. Bregman, 2 Breggy bombs yesterday. He used 2 for 4, 2 homers. His first 2 of the season, driving in his first 2 RBIs of the campaign. Ian Happ was 1 for 3 with a homer. His first, you can see he drove in his 4th RBI of the year. Cubs lose the series 2-1. Okay. But no rest for the weary. The Cubs, the next top of the morning, top of the Cubs, they host the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim at Wrigley Field tonight. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM or 670 AM, The Score. Probables for tonight's game for the Angels. Ryan Johnson's on the bump for the West Coasters, and Edward Cabrera, newly acquired Edward Cabrera, is on the bump for the Northsiders. We'll go to the next top of the morning topic. Yeah, this one was a tough one. This was a tough one to swallow. Wow. The White Sox, they blew a 5-run lead and lose to the Milwaukee Brewers 9-7 up north of the Cheddar Curtain. Anthony Kay had a day, young man. His Sox debut, he got a no decision, 4 2/3. 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 5 punch-outs. Colson Montgomery, 2 for 3, a homer. His first was a granny. Start the game in the first inning. You can't start the game with a granny, but it is in the first inning. Put the Sox up 4-0. He drove in another run. He had 5 ribbies on the day. The Japanese sensation Murakami was 1 for 4, hitting his 3rd home run in 3 games, driving in his 3rd RBI. He is the 4th player in Major League Baseball history to hit a homer in at least his first 3 games of his career. And Pereira, he was 2 for 4 with a homer, his first of the campaign, driving in his first RBI of the year. Staying with the White Sox, the next top of the morning topic, the Sox they traveled out to the 305 down to Miami to face the Marlins. First pitch tonight is at 5:40 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 AM. The probables for tonight's game for the good guys on the south side. Davis Martin is on a bump down in the 305. He's going up against Chris Paddock for the Marlins. Sox get swept by the Brewers. Sox were looking for their first win. Most Sox fans, myself included, thought we had it yesterday. Ni modo. Next top of the morning topic, the Blackhawks. Whew. The Blackhawks fell to the New Jersey Devils 5-3. Spencer Knight stopped 35 of 39 shots. Frankie Nazar had 2 goals, his 13th and 14th of the season. And Mikheyev lit the lamp for the 15th time this season. Frondell, the youngster, had 2 more assists, his 3rd and 4th of the campaign. Crevier, his 14th helper. Connor Bedard assisted for the 38th time. Ryan Donato, his 14th. And Burakovsky had his 21st helper on the year. No rest for the weary because the Blackhawks tomorrow, they host the Winnipeg Jets, and Captain Serious Jonathan Toews returns to the United Center with the Winnipeg Jets tomorrow at the United Center. Puck drop is at 7:30 p.m. Central. Everything's falling. 7:30 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network Plus, because the White Sox are going to be on Chicago Sports Net. So that's on Chicago Sports Net Plus, or listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. The next top of the morning topic, the Bulls. Only the Bulls. Bulls fall to the Memphis Grizzlies, 125-124. Thank God. Thank goodness, because aren't you supposed to be losing? Aren't you supposed to be losing? I know this was a loss, but you can't be beating teams like Houston. But staying with the Bulls. The Bulls are in San Antonio tonight to face the Spurs. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM or 670 AM. The Score. My mistake. The Bulls are on Peacock tonight. They're not on CHSN. The White Sox are on CHSN, but the Bulls are on Peacock tonight. My apologies. But you can listen to them on 104.3 FM or 670 AM. Score. I think Victor Wembanyama might have a triple-double tonight. Definitely having a double-double against us. That dude is just a freak. He's just a freak of nature. He is one heck of a talent. Final Four. NCAA has a Final Four set. Woo, Charlie. Number 1 Michigan versus number 1 Arizona. That's actually the second game on Saturday. First game is number 2 UConn versus number 3 Illinois down in Indianapolis. And the way that happened, staying here, the University of Illinois beat the number 3 ranked University of Illinois beat the number 9 ranked Iowa Hawkeyes 71-59. Keaton Wagler led the way with 25 points. Andrei Stojakovic, he contributed 17 points in the winning effort. I'm telling you, what a game. What a game. I didn't think Illinois had it. I didn't think they had the wherewithal. I'm glad I was proven wrong. Yeah. I'm glad. The height. Their height is a huge, huge benefit to them. Huge, huge benefit. I didn't think those Balkan boys were as good or as skilled as they are. But man, they are something else. They are something else. The Ivicic brothers. Wow. My man Junior says, "Oh, there's no reason. There's a reason no one's interested in Shona." He said, "I'm not feeling it yet for the Cubs." Tough. It's tough. You know, you gotta. It's one series, all right. Let's not get all Chicken Little on us now. Sky's not falling. It's one series, and that's what I have to keep saying to myself about my White Sox. It's one series. You played a 90-win team to start the season. They swept you. It's one series. You have 159 games left. Don't get me wrong. We need to get that win. We need to get that dub as soon as possible. But let's not get crazy. We get frustrated as all get out. I'll tell you that right now. We're going to talk about that on the other side of the break after 10 o'clock. What my good guys are doing wrong and where they need to improve. Man, my man Black Diamond checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? He's like, you're top of the morning, gang. FGB. Give me Illinois versus Michigan in the Natty. But it won't be close. Michigan by a quarter. Woo, Michigan by 25. I'm concerned Illinois versus Duke. I'm very concerned about that. Then again, I was concerned Illinois in the last couple of games. Illinois, Houston. I was really concerned about them there. I wasn't really concerned with Iowa. I don't know why, but I wasn't concerned with that. But I don't know. I wish U of I the best. My good buddy from Output, Eddie, he is a U of I grad. He's an alum. So he was at Output, and everyone was there. He's got a big Illinois flag. It's a U of I bar, actually. And, I texted him, congratulations. I just don't know. I just don't know about this about this Illinois team. Just when I think they're about to do something not really good, they say, hold my beer. Great rebounding with those bigs, the Balkan boys. Great rebounding. All right. One of them can even bring it up. So Keegan Wagler doesn't have to worry about it. He can start running off screens. There's a I don't want to not luck. There's a sense of belief in this Illinois team because it's not methodical. It's very unorthodox. All right, they're just getting it done somehow, some way. All right, the bigs take over at one point. Then Keegan Wagler took over at one point. Led the way with 25 points. So to see that, it's like, wow. It'd be sustainable. But it has been the first 2 weekends of the tournament. This group, first of all, Illinois is the lowest seed. Michigan and Arizona are both number ones. UConn is the number 2, and Illinois is number 3 from their respective brackets. I just don't see Illinois getting past UConn. All right, you still got people on that team who cut down the nets 2 years ago. Maybe twice, 2 years ago and 3 years ago. Okay, and then after that emotional win, the way that they beat Duke. And then if you get that, if you get past that one somehow, some way, keep coming up with set like every single day. Then you got to face the winner of Michigan and Arizona. Arizona looks like the odds-on favorite now, but I think Michigan is a close second. I mean, let me see who's, because I'm not a gambler. So because I'm not a gambler, I'm like, Yeah. Let me look at by the odds. Here we go. Oh, they don't even have it for me yet. You sons of biscuits. You sons of biscuits. You don't have the odds for me in the paper today. Got MLB, American National Interleague, NBA, NHL. I would say that the Illini might be the lowest seed ready to win. Lowest seed out of the 4. That's just what I would say. I could be wrong, but whatever Brad Underwood is doing, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, because this Illinois team, and I'll tell you what I think it is. I think it's those Balkan boys. They're skilled. They rebound. They pass to each other very well. And one of the things, even though they had quite a few yesterday, Illinois doesn't turn the ball over very much. They do not turn the ball over very much. They protect the basketball very well. All that is a great combination and a reason why this team is in the Final Four. But now you're going up against a team school that won 2 of the last 3 years. As I said, you still have guys on that team from those 2 championships. At least one. Some guys are from 2. So you have to understand, champions understand they've been there. They're not going to get starstruck. They're not going to get stuck deer in the headlight. A lot of these guys have been there already. So you would have to say advantage UConn. But just what I'm about to say, advantage UConn, I'm willing to give Illinois a legitimate shot because of the Balkan boys, because of Wagler. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. And it's the first game. It's the first game Saturday night. $5:09 Central Time on TBS, TNT, and True TV. And the second game, Arizona, Michigan, that's at 7:39. That's 2.5 hours later. That is crazy. That is crazy. Listen, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to get into some baseball talk. All right, we're going to talk about this weekend, what our boys did. Our boys on the south side, you north side weirdos in the chat, talk about both of those. All right, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Everybody in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Second Elite Eight in the last couple years, but a completely different roster. Here comes the freshman Wagler in the hesitation and the deuce. Wagler's got it. On top the defensive Combs. Wagler 3. Puck is at 6. It's outside and Ivicic. Inside. Mirkovic to tie. For the first time, we are knotted. And on top, Stojakovic. They'll drive into Combs.
Wow. I'll tell you what, he is strong on those finishes.
Mirkovic on top.
Mirkovic gets a guard. He's always going to try to back you down.
Ivicic.
He's done a great job for the Illini.
The Illini size starting to take over this game a little bit.
Ivicic gouging his way into the paint.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV. Those were the boys on Saturday. That was so much fun to watch. That jumper, we're like, we are tied. First time we are knotted. Because remember, they went on a 8-0, 10-0 run. They're up 12-2. Illinois was trailing 12-2 at one point. And came back and tied it a minute and a half into the second half. And just took over from the bigs. Those bigs were something else, boy. I tell you. So this weekend, so much going on. All right, we've been talking about the Sox. The Cubs. Let's finish talking about my good guys. The good guys got swept in Milwaukee. And it's kind of a same assessment as it was Friday. The White Sox should have really taken notes. Oh my, the Brewers won 90 games last year. Okay? But the Brewers are a team that makes you pay for your mistakes. And that's what my White Sox are aspiring to be. Okay? You saw earlier, was it Thursday? They were up 4-1, 5-1. And they're still bunting, getting people over to get them in. Still taking extra bases, still stealing bases when the pitcher's not paying attention to you. Putting yourself in scoring position because the defense was lax. They are what I want my White Sox to be. Not the most talented team, but the most fundamentally sound team. I know I sound like a broken record, but man, the fundamentals win. You struck out 20 times in game one. You struck out 11 in game two. Like, what the hell? You gave up 10 walks. Like, you can't do that and expect to win. You can't do that against the division champion and expect to win. All right, a lot of their fundamentals just. And that was just one game. Remember, I said the same shit on Friday. I was like, it's one game with the fundamentals. And over the weekend, we missed cutoff men. And we saw, was it Friday or Thursday's game where Colson Montgomery, a base hit to left field, looked like it was a double. Looked like he was going to score. But he didn't. You know why? Because the left fielder hit the cutoff man. The cutoff man threw a rocket to the catcher. Little things. And had him by a country mile. We are not ready yet. We are learning. And we got a crash course in how this White Sox team should be after playing the Brewers. A crash course. Because that is what I want us to look like. That's exactly what I want us to look like. You know, one of the issues I have is now everybody wants to paint the corners. I want you to come at hitters. Challenge them. Challenge these hitters. You know, who was the guy in the bump yesterday? Let me see. Because that was... Oh. Yeah, they're already moved on. Here. Who's the guy who gave up the homer to Yelich? Over Dominguez. He got the loss. So Anthony Dominguez. This is the guy that we brought in. This is the guy we brought in to be our closer. And you don't challenge people anymore. Everything wants to be so cute and paint the corners. Well, if you have that type of control, okay, good. We don't have that type of control, apparently. And Sir Anthony Dominguez decided to leave. He got all of the plate on that one. All of the plate he got on that one. Let me tell you. When I saw that, I'm watching it, and he hit that, I just yelled, fuck! Because I knew. He knew, I knew, Sir Anthony knew. Sir Anthony threw his hands up like this, like on his head. I'm like, no, don't do that now. Don't get the heart of the plate against a former league MVP and be like, oh, that's crazy. Former league MVP, the National League MVP, you leave it getting all the plate, and you're going to be like, oh, man. Well, don't throw the ball there. Beat him inside, beat him high, beat him low, beat him outside. But don't leave it center cut for a former National League MVP. All right, the Sox did so many things poorly this weekend. All right, there was a play. We missed a cutoff man. Guy scored from second, but the right ball hit to the right field. Guy comes around second, hit the cutoff man. Would they have had him? I don't know. But having them is not the point. The point is doing the fundamentals right. Because whether you would have gunned him down or not, That's irrelevant. What's relevant is the fact that you have the system down. You have your assignment down. Unless you have an arm like Bo Jackson, which you don't, hit the cutoff man. You know, it's frustrating because they were doing these things a lot. A lot last year. Little things. Which is why I picked them to go around 500. Again, I'm not saying the season's over. I'm not saying woe is me. I'm not saying the sky is falling. I'm just saying these first 3 games pissed me off. They pissed me off because the Sox did a lot of things that they hadn't done all spring training and toward the end of last year. They got to get on. They've got to run the bases. They've got to be aggressive on the bases. The White Sox cannot be the only team in baseball that doesn't hold their runners very well, whose pitchers don't hold their runners very well. They can't be. Milwaukee might be good because they understand they're on the other side of it. They know. They run. So they know, okay, we got to make sure when we are pitching that we keep the runners on. Because the Brewers realize what they do is they wait until you, I don't know, get lazy, don't keep the runners on, and then they go. They gone. They gone. And embarrassing as all get out. Sometimes he didn't even throw the ball to. It was he stole third. Milwaukee did. Edgar Carroll didn't even throw the ball to third. The guy had it stolen, and he's like, the only thing that can happen now is the ball get away and he can score. So, again, 1 series. Okay, 1 series, 3 games. The season's not over, but I'll tell you what, I'm damn pissed and I don't like what I see. This needs to be nipped in the bud quickly. Quickly. Because I don't want this festering. I don't want this half-ass lack of fundamental baseball going any further. And Will Venable came out on Saturday, maybe Friday or Saturday, and said, we're not playing well. He saw it. He sees it. So now the players have to step up. Shawn, I agree. It's the manager's job to address these issues now. Yes, he addressed it to the media. He put his team on Front Street. So now he's got it. Now I guess we got to have a team meeting. I guess we got to have a team meeting now. After 3 games. And if you're a good manager, you'll do that. Because you understand, there's 159 games left, but you don't want the same bullshit permeating through the rest of your season. Nip it in the bud. And if you don't want to do it, you want to miss the cutoff man? Perfect. Sit your ass down next to me. You want to have a poor approach at the plate? No problem. Sit your ass down next to me. And if you have a couple of poor approaches at the plate, your ass is going back to AAA. there were a couple of very uncompetitive at-bats this weekend. I didn't really watch Saturday's game much. Or did I? No, I did. I actually watched all three. Holy cow. A couple of uncompetitive at-bats. And as the White Sox, with the talent level you have, you cannot afford to have uncompetitive at-bats. Can't do that. I need a good approach at the plate. You know, we talked about certain things are tried and true. If you got a 2-0 pitch, sit fastball. If it's not a fastball, take it. But get ready to swing. Because now what pitchers do, they'll throw changeup or throw curves over for strike. Sit fastball. Don't let him sneak a fastball by you, and you have a 2-0 count. He's got to throw a strike because he doesn't want to go 3-0. But Milwaukee pitchers knew that we chase. And you know the difference. If it's a heater and it's a breaking ball. Now listen, I can see if you get froze. Okay, it happens because you're sitting dead red. You're sitting fastball, he throws a changeup, he throws a curve over for a strike. Okay, cool. But if he throws a fastball by you for strike one after you have a 2-0 count, the approach must be aggressive. When you got as our old Uncle Hawk Harrelson said, when you got the catbird seat, you got a 2-0 count, he's got to come over with a strike. The last thing a pitcher wants to do is go down 3 balls, no strikes. So to understand this, like, you guys have been playing baseball since you were probably 5 or 6. You're all over 21, I would assume. So you're talking, we're 15 years you played baseball. You don't get this now? You don't understand it? And then this bullpen. That was one of the things that we were excited about. They built up the bullpen. The rotation was what we were worried about. Anthony K, nice start to the season, young man. Nice start. 4 2/3, 2 earned runs. Seemed like he was ahead of the hitters most of the time. Had them off balance. And we give it to our bullpen, and they blow it. You know why? Because I don't know. It seems like the season started, and they didn't realize it yet. They didn't realize the season started is what it seems like. Like they're just unprepared. And I find it hard to believe from a Will Venable team because Will, again, as a player, there comes a point in time where we can't blame the manager or the coach. It's got to be the players. You're the ones playing. You're the one getting the multi-million-dollar contracts. Okay, not with the White Sox, but nonetheless. You're getting the big bucks. You got to find it in yourself to get yourself ready for the season. You can't have someone hype you up every single game, 162 games. They got to get their head out of their asses and start playing fundamentally sound baseball. Because that was a win yesterday. We snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. We had that game. And now the pressure mounts. You're going down to Miami, trying to get your first win. You're trying to get in that left in the win column. And the longer this goes, the more difficult it can be. the more frustrating. Sphincters tightening every time a tense situation arises in the game, because in your mind you're like, oh man, not again. But this bullpen let us down. Throw strikes. Too many walks by our pitchers, too many strikeouts by our batters. Not a good combo. I need that same patience at the plate that we saw in spring training and at the end of last year. Where did that go? I don't know. I don't know where the heck that went. But we need to get it back. And Will Venables got to do a hell of a coaching job now. He's got to get in the locker room and say, this shit stops now. And the Cubs. What are you guys doing? Situations. You lost 2 out of 3 to a team that lost 90 games last year. What the heck is going on up there? You know it's... What was the starting pitcher's line? Oh, yeah, Shota. Gives up a 3-run homer, first inning. There you go. Why did the Cubs... So this is where the Cubs screwed up. The Cubs signed him to that offer sheet, which means should have just let him go. I know the Cubs wanted to get something for him, but dude, he was giving up home run balls all last year. He's been figured out. He's a home run giver-upper. He's a home run giver-upper. So you're down 3-0. It's not something you want to come back from. I mean, the Brewers don't have a problem with it, as you can see. Here you go. Black Diamond says $20 million for an ERA over 5 since last year's All-Star break. Yeah, I don't know. They got his unorthodox leg kick down. I don't know what it is. I mean, but 3 runs. You gotta give him more help than that. Because you have a lineup. We talked about this Cubs lineup. There's not an easy out in there. Look at the infield. Bregman, 2 homers yesterday. Swanson, Horner, Shaw, or Bush at first. Happen left. I forgot who you guys got in center. Like, there's not an easy out in that Cubs lineup. So 3 runs, only 3 runs. They got to get this going now. Milwaukee's already 2 games up. No, we weren't going to help you. We're not going to help you. It's a rough start to the season. Now, again, it is only a start. It's only 3 games. However, you got to address it now. You can't let this fester. You can't. North side or south side, you can't. Listen, both teams are gonna break out of it. The White Sox are gonna have a win streak. Maybe not a big one, but they'll have a 3-game win streak. The Cubs are gonna have a nice little win streak. It's gonna be there. This is baseball. It ebbs and flows. Right now it's ebbing. It'll be flowing soon. Especially, Junior said a lot of solid hits to defenders. Well, if you're getting solid hits to defenders, there's nothing you can do about that. You're happy with that at bat. As a professional, you're happy with that at bat because that means you're barreling up the baseball. It just happened to be at somebody. When you make outs, when you hit right at people, you know what you're doing and your approach is working. Trust me, they're there for a reason. They study you for a reason. They shift for a reason. So if you're able to barrel it up, get nice solid contact, and someone happens to be there, no problem. Continue doing what you're doing. Because there's going to come a point in time where you're going to be able to hit it over their head. So instead of a line drive, it's going to be a humpback line drive over their head into the gap. Now you're going shopping at the gap. Just a little elevation, a little different launch angle is the proper term that we're using now in the 2020s. The launch angle. So don't worry about the solid hits to the defender. It's okay. I know you get frustrated because I get frustrated as a fan. But it's a long, long season. And I know we get pissed because, the same shit again. It might not be. Very well could not be the same shit again. Could be different. Black Diamond's fired up this morning because our plate discipline is atrocious. We're still swinging a ball, skipping to the damn plate. PCA, Swanson. Yeah, you discipline these, and you have to understand that, because if I'm throwing a PCA, I'm throwing him low. Why? He just got his contract. And everyone says now he can relax. No, he's not going to relax. He's going to try and prove he deserved that contract. So he's going to be over aggressive, and that's where that's where the emotional, the young Jedi in you comes out. Oh, I got to prove people. I got to show people that I deserve his contract. Right? No. If you didn't deserve it, trust me, they wouldn't have given it to you. They wouldn't have given it. The Cubs would not have given you that contract if you didn't deserve it. Oh, and by the way, the Nico Horner deal numbers came out. 6 years, $141 million. What in the blue hell is that? 141, the third richest second baseman contract in the history of Major League Baseball. He will probably retire a Cub. I think it'll be 14 years when that contract expires. He's been with his organization. Loyalty. He wanted to be here. The Cubs wanted him. He's one heck of a second baseman. $14 years, I think, when this contract is up, he will have been in the Cubs organization. A lifelong Cub. I know some of you are happy about it. That's cool. He's a solid player. Gives you solid defense up the middle. I could go great defense up the middle at second base. But yeah, Nico Horner's deal was 6 years, $141 million. That's 12, 20, 23 and change a year? Yeah, 23 and change. It's not a bad it's not a bad living if you can get it. But the fundamentals are gone from both teams. The fundamentals have not been there, and that's the reason why both of our teams lost. Refusal to attack hitters for the Southsiders. Giving up homers, 3-run homers in the first, Northsiders. Black Diamond said, in my opinion, the best defensive infield in the game. Only question marks are left and right field. Why would you put left field? Isn't Ian Happ there? Because you got PCA in the center. Wasn't Ian Happ a Gold Glover? Wasn't Ian Happ a Gold Glove outfielder? You have 2 Gold Glove outfielders? Let me see. Let's see. Is Ian Happ a Gold Glove winner? Yep. Ian Happ won his 4th consecutive National League Gold Glove. So what are you talking about, dude? Suzuki, they don't know when he's coming back. So you got 2 Gold Glovers. Didn't PCA just win a Gold Glove? Yes. He won his first Gold Glove last year. You got 2 Gold Glovers in the outfield. How can you say left field is? How can you say that, bro? Think of that lineup. You got Happ. You got PCA. You got Suzuki when he comes back. You have Bregman, Swanson, Horner, Bush. Happ not staying. Yeah, what do you mean he's not staying? I don't know when Suzuki's coming back. It's that he's gonna have to run. I heard Jed talking about it. He's gonna have to put in some work and show. Junior, he's gambling. What do you expect? If you're at Rivers Casino, you're probably gambling. But it's only one series. Only the first series of the season. Both sides of town are pissed. Sox are a little more frustrated because we had that game yesterday. We had it. Mama said there'd be days like this. We got to stay. The one thing that the Sox have to do, and this is what Will Venables got to get through to these kids. Fall in love with the process. Fall in love with the process. Don't worry about the results. Okay? The process. Make sure you're doing it right. Because even when you're doing it right, you're not going to be successful. What are we just talking about? When they shift and you hit the ball right towards someone. It's a solid one-hopper, a solid line drive. Just position the guys in the right spot. Fall in love with the process, and the rest will work itself out. That's for sure. Then it's Hawks team. My goodness. Ooh, there was something. I know I emailed myself something. Oh, so peep this. If you thought refereeing in the NFL was bad, now. This is yesterday. According to Kevin Seifert and Kaylin Campbell. All right, this is an article on ESPN that says, by Kevin Seifert and Kaylin Campbell, NFL owners are, quote, alarmed by the state of negotiation with the NFL Referees Association and have authorized staff members to begin hiring and onboarding replacement officials in the coming weeks. League sources said Sunday at the start of the league meetings. NFL began compiling a list of college-level officials to recruit earlier this month, and owners are expected this week to approve a sweeping set of replay enhancements to support replacement officials in preseason and regular season games. A league source said the training of the new replacement officials will begin May 1st. So now, if you thought the officiating was bad then, you thought it was bad before, what if you get replacement officials? Always something. Always something. It's always something. These Bulls tonight. This should be an easy loss for the Bulls. You got to go 0-8. You got to go 0-8. Just keep dropping. Drop? Keep dropping. In San Antonio, taking on, they call him Area 51 because he's a freak. He's an alien. Victor Wembanyama, 7'4", long arms, can shoot the three, can dribble, can pass, can rebound, pull up in a mid-range game, post up. This better be an easy L for our Bulls. And I get it. You don't like losing. It sucks. I get it. I believe you me, I get it. But this needs to be done. We got to get up as high in the draft as possible. I like the development of Josh. I like the development of Matas. You see, Matas has a little bit more of an edge this year. Am I the only one who notices or sees it? Does anyone else see that? Does anyone else see that Matas is a little more assertive, trying to be the leader of this team? He's been a lot more aggressive. Okay. And aggressive, that was never an issue for him, being aggressive. That was never an issue for Matas. Matas was always aggressive. But now he seems like he's dialed it up a notch. And that I like. Why we still have Patrick Williams on his team, I have no godly reason why. Actually, I do. No one's taking that contract. No one's taking it as a contract. No one's taking him as a throw-in and a trade. Nothing. Nobody wants anything to do with Patrick Williams. Acme. I don't even think they want anything to do with him now. When the league has spoken, you've been trying to get rid of this guy for 2 years, and nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. You're getting, nope, no thanks. Nope, no thanks. This dude, I think he's just happy to be, and I would be too. Look at his contract. Look what he's making for doing jack squat. Let's see Patrick Williams' contract. $5 years, $90 million. 24, 25, 25, 26. He's got three and a half seasons left on that stupid contract. Acme, Arturus, 5 years, $90 million. Man, no one's taking that contract, man. Black Diamond. It says Montes has definitely become more aggressive. And I hope he stays that way. He's got to be the alpha dog. It's got to be. Shawn, P1, not a good basketball player. No, he's not. No, he's not. Patty Lara's in the house. She's like, happy, magnificent House Music Monday, dear Shawn. Patty, Jeremiah, Monica. They might all be watching. Yes, baby, baby. Well, what's the you heard the talk? Billy up for the North Carolina job? We talked about it. Black Diamond said he would drive Billy there to the airport himself. Oh my God, that's awesome. I'm driving you there myself. Oh man, that's nutso. That is nutso. I don't know about you guys, but I'm missing football. I love baseball. I love baseball. But I'm missing football. I'm missing some of the moves that we should be making. All right. The Tyson Bagent trade scenarios are crazy. Would you trade Tyson for a second? Here's a conditional pick. Let me just run this by you. Some team wants Tyson. All right. Say we'll give you a third round pick for Tyson. If Tyson wins the starting job, it becomes a second. If that's the case, would you do it? If that's the case, would you do it? Would you trade Tyson Bagent for a second round pick? Like Diamond says, if Billy takes the North Carolina job, then Mike Malone should be the target. There's a couple names out there. He's definitely on that list. That's for sure. That's for sure. Junior says no, he would not trade Tyson Bagent for a second. Okay. Okay. Austin Reed had a phenomenal game in the UFL. He just set the UFL single game passing record this past weekend. You could call him back. He's another dude like Tyson Bagent, Division II, a smaller school guy who's sling the ball around all. I think he has 4,500 yards in one season. $4,500 yards. Yeah, you could work with him. So Junior says no. Anyone else? Would you trade Tyson Bagent for a second? I would in a heartbeat. Junior says, we were lucky Caleb didn't get hurt this year. We need a good backup to take over if he goes down. I agree. But to tell me that you don't think Ben Johnson can take Austin Reed and make him a legit backup? I mean, at some point, doesn't Tyson Bagent want to try his hand at being a starter in this league? You think he wants to try and fight for a starting spot? I would think so. Black Diamond says, I'll drive Tyson to the airport to give him a hug before he gets on that plane and tell him take care, good luck. But not too much when he sees us. Oh, okay. Okay, I remember that, Junior. I remember 2010 when Cutler went down. We were the best team in football until Cutler got hurt. Yeah, until Cutler went down. Yeah. So can you develop Austin Reed or another quarterback into a good backup? That is $1 million question. That is $1 million question. Ben seems to be the man. Look what he did to Caleb. I think he can work with anybody and make them serviceable. Maybe even more than serviceable. I just think if someone's giving us a second round pick for Tyson, you got to take it. Got to take it. A second is too valuable to pass up. Yeah, too valuable to pass up. I'd have to think of all the people you can get, the types of players you can get in the second round. How many people get pushed out of the first round into the second round and turn out to be studs? Yeah. But I miss it, man. I really do. I miss football. I miss the camaraderie. I miss the excitement. I miss every week. People, the buildup of every week to the next game. The buildup, the talk shows like this. I miss it all. I miss it all. But we have time. Again, we got baseball. I'm not a basketball guy. I'm not a current NBA guy. I'm a basketball guy. I've loved basketball my whole life. I'm just not an NBA fan. We got 8 games left for the Bulls. Then it's a mercy rule, a mercy killing. Blackhawks they don't have very many games left. Yeah. We're in a tough spot right now, and especially the way the baseball season started. Man, were we missing football. The Hawks suck. The Bulls suck. My White Sox got swept. The Cubs lost the series. At least you're on the wake-up list this morning. That's for sure. Thank God you're on the wake-up list. Do you guys think this Illinois team can take it all the way? I think that they're the 4th best team. But if you play a team, See, Connecticut got some tall dudes. Michigan's got some tall dudes. I just don't know if Illinois can pull it off. Even if they did get to the title game on Monday. I don't know if they can pull it off. I'd want them to. I'd love to celebrate a national championship for the University of Illinois, my home state. Even though I didn't go there, it doesn't matter. I'm from Chicago. I'm from Illinois. I'd love it. We got so close in 05 with D. Brown, Derek, Luther Head, Darren Williams, that old crew. And then in 89, I'll never forget that crew, the Flying Illini. If Nick Anderson boxes out Sean Higgins, that's their national championship. Box him out. Didn't do it. I love sports. I love our Chicago teams, even when we're not doing good. Hey, listen, guys, please don't forget. All right, July 25th. Double nickel. It's 55. All linen celebration for your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Saturday, July 25th, 4:30 to 7:30. Boarding starts at 4 o'clock. Summer George Boat, 900 South Wells. Get your tickets, man. What I'm going to do, most likely, I'm probably going to switch over to Zelle. I'll tell you what, I'm going to there's a lot of fees, man. I'm like, this screwing too many people over. I'm not trying to make you know what I mean? So I'm probably going to change that today. I'll just give my Zelle information, and if you want to pay me another way, cool. What are the damn? I don't have Cash App. Zelle, PayPal, Venmo. Just about all people have Zelle now. I think it comes with your bank account. Just about all people. Zelle, Venmo, and PayPal. All right. It's going to be one heck of a time. I'm getting more sponsors. I got to talk to my guy today. He's looking over the proposal. See if we can get him in. I got two more. Not two more. I have a few more sponsors that I'm reaching out to. I'm telling you, it's going to be the event of the summer. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down. I'm telling you, if you ain't part 4, I would highly suggest, just a suggestion, highly suggest you get a hotel room downtown. Highly suggest. Because if my output sponsors it, then guess what? The after party, we're going right to Output for some wings and some more drinky drinks. I got Zelle. Black Diamond, I got Zelle. I am definitely I'm gonna do that today. I am definitely gonna do that today once I get back from picking up the warden from CrossFit. It'll make it easier, and this way, there's so many fees and shit. So if a $55 tickets are $55, it's like $66, $67. It's like $11 for fees and taxes and who knows what all the bullshit charges they put. So that's okay. I create a list, create a spreadsheet, and yeah. It's gonna be dope. It's going to be dope. I'm telling you. And do not forget, get your Sports Zone Chicago swag, baby. Get your swag. Hop about the bed, throw my swag on. Took a look in the mirror and said, what's up, what's up, what's up? Yeah, I get money. Tell you, baby, let's get ready. It's baseball season. Right after baseball season, hell, at the end of baseball season. Baseball season's not even over and football season begins. So get your shirts, FGB shirts, Coaching Matters shirts, Sports Zone Chicago, Bears Victory Monday shirts. Get your FGB hats. Get them all at SportsZoneChicago.com. Get your Sports Zone Chicago hats, the hoodies. Telling you, baby, you see all this stuff is fly. Get your good, better, best t-shirts. Get your good, better, best hoodies. Get your Bears Victory Mondays t-shirts. Mel, look at Shawn. He got his orange FGB shirt, repping it. I thank you again, Shawn. Mr. Southside himself. Man, it's going. I'm telling you, you got to have the flyest gear. People are like, where'd you get that? SportsZoneChicago.com. You got to go. Hey, listen, 2 hours is coming and going. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate the love and the support. I got to go pick up the warden from CrossFit. You guys have a phenomenal day. It's 67 degrees right now. It's going to hit the low to mid 70s. Most places, the further away from the lake, the warmer it's going to be. All right, so it's a 70-degree day for everyone in the Chicagoland area. If you're in this area, get out there, get a walk in, get some vitamin D. All right, get out there, go have a coffee, sit outside, have lunch, sit outside. All right, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful day. Let's get it in. Let's make memories, all right? Perfect day. You want to meet up with people for lunch, for dinner, or after work drinks, happy hour? Do it. I told you, many of us have a lot more days behind us than we do in front of us. Okay, so let's make memories. Let your loved ones know we love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. Remember that, which is why I'm telling you, man, get a ticket to this boat party. It is going to be live. When I say live, I mean live. It is going to be live. Hey, get your linen. Go to K&G. Go to any Men's Warehouse, something. Just go to eBay. Order it. Get it altered so it fits you properly. Get your outfits. Get your sunglasses. Want to get a little hat because it's probably going to be hot. God willing. Knock on wood. It's going to be a beautiful day that day. Off the chain. All right. Junior got both grandsons today. Excellent. You playing pop twice. Oh, man. Well, listen. You guys have a phenomenal day. Okay. Remember, enjoy it. Get out there. Take a walk. And if you can't meet up with your people, shoot them a quick text. Hey, just thinking about you. Hope all is well. Love you. Hit me back when you're free. Boom. That's it. They get it. I guarantee you, if they're your people and you've been talking to them in a while and you send them that text, I guarantee you get a smile. It puts a smile on their face. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So do that. All right. But I got to get out of here. Heading over there. Pick up Warden. My workout was, man, it was a kick-ass workout today. That's why I'm in a good mood. I'm fired up. I love when the workouts are awesome. Right in my wheelhouse. We had hang clean, we had power cleans and box jumps. Woo! Man, good stuff today. Fired up. Got me excited. Got all this energy. Got some stuff. I got some admin stuff to do when I'm done here. It's going to be a great day. Make it a great day, all right? Make it a great day. It's already a great day. You're on the wake-up list. Make it even better by doing something productive, meeting up with some of your people, hanging out with some of your people. All right? Junior, give me a date for dinner, and I'll be up there, bro. Just give me a date for dinner. All right? Guys, you have a phenomenal day. From everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Have a phenomenal day, but your boy is out.